Hey guys, it's Meg. Welcome back. Welcome to my channel if you're new. If you guys are subscribed to my channel, then you would know that I'm a big media girl. I absolutely love movies, music, magazines, books, anything to do with media. That's the good side of media, that is. Good side of media I absolutely love. And I saw this video idea on TikTok and YouTube by so many different creators. I don't know who the original creator of this idea was. I thought this would be a really fun video idea for me to do. Today I'm going to be showing you all of my recent media favorites. This is all of the media that I've recently indulged in and absolutely loved, and I think maybe you guys should give it a go yourselves if you're looking for something new to get into. This video is going to be put into 5 sections so I can easily show you guys everything. So we have book, fashion, shows and videos, movies and music. Grab a drink, grab a snack, and without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, so we're going to start with books. Over the past 2 years, I was saying this in another video, but I've been really getting into reading. Like, it's become a new hobby of mine. Years ago, I used to hate reading. I just found it so unenjoyable. I didn't like it. But as I've found books that I've gotten into, I've definitely found it a lot more fun and enjoyable to actually indulge in reading. I even find myself searching for new books to purchase once I finish the book that I'm currently reading. Like, I'm on BookTok as well. Like, I'm not posting on BookTok, but I watch BookTok videos and I just find it so entertaining. I love watching people set up their home libraries. I love it. I've definitely found a new love for books. And I've been reading a lot recently. I've read more in the past 2 years than I have probably my whole life. Now, don't get me wrong, I have not read that many books in terms of like some other people. But for now, I've started off slow and I've had some recommendations from TikTok of my friends and I've read the books and these are my opinions on them. I have 5 books here that I'm going to be showing you and talking about. I'm very excited. Oh, just a PSA, my typical reading genre is romance. So if you're not into that, you may not like this. However, romance is a very popular genre within reading, so I think you guys will like it anyway. The first book that I was actually recommended to read was by my friend Jess. If you guys watch my Charlie XCX Festival vlog, go watch that. It's one of my funniest vlogs ever. She recommended me to read this book, which is Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. Safe to say, I'm obsessed with it. Genuinely, this is one of my favorite books that I've read. I wish I could read this again for the first time. Oh, just PSA, I'm not going to be giving away any spoilers. I might read a little bit of the blurb and that, but I'm not going to give away any like major plot points or spoilers in this video. So if you haven't read any of these books, don't worry, you're spoiler free. This is part of a series, which I didn't realise when I bought the book at the time, because Jess was just like, just read Terms and Conditions. I didn't realise that we had 2 other books in the series. This is the middle book, so I was meant to read it as the fine print, Terms and Conditions, and then Final Offer, where I read Terms and Conditions first. Some people might get annoyed at that. I don't care because this book's so good. I'm not sorry that I read it first. I just love the plot of this. It's kind of fake dating, but like to a whole new level. It's so good, so good. Another book series that I was recommended to read was, which will probably come as no surprise to some of you watching, it's the Twisted series by Anna Hung. I really hope I'm saying her surname right. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So I was recommended this by both of my friends, Imogen and Jess, who have both been on the channel before, and they both said to me, you need to read the Twisted series. And I was a little bit hesitant at first because I was like, oh, it's a series. Whenever something is like a series and I have to be dedicated to it, I tend to switch off just because I find it really hard. If I'm not invested in the first one or the first hour or whatever, I'm not going to want to continue reading. So like, you know what? They've both recommended it to me. Everyone on TikTok's raving about it. Fine, I'll do it. Safe to say, I'm obsessed with this series and I only have 1 left to read. So I only have 3 out of the 4. I still need to get Twisted Lies, but I've read all the other 3, Twisted Love, Games and Hate, and let's talk about them. Twisted Love is the first one in the series. I read this one in order. Can I just say, I read this series in order. Some people are like, oh, you don't have to read book series in orders. However, I do feel like Twisted is one of those series that you do have to read in order, especially Twisted Love and Twisted Hate. These have a very strong connection to each other. Don't get me wrong, you can read Twisted Hate without knowing really what happens in Twisted Love. However, I think you will get a little bit lost if you're unaware. So this is definitely one of the series where you have to read in order, in my opinion. So yeah, starting with Twisted Love, this is the first one. Out of all the books that I've read, obviously I've not read Twisted Lies, but I'm very excited to read that. Twisted Love is not my favourite in the series so far. I'll get back to you once I've read Lies if my opinion changes. However, out of the 3 that I've read, Twisted Love, it's good, but I think I was expecting more from it. It is the smallest book in the series as well, so it is the shortest. I love this one. I still really enjoyed it. However, compared to the other 2, this is definitely at the bottom of the pile for me. Second in the series is Twisted Games. If you can tell from the front cover, this is a little bit battered because I brought this everywhere with me. I was so obsessed, I could not put this down. I took this to work to read at lunch. This book came to Italy with me. Like, I could not put this down. This, oh my God. It's so good. Reese Larson is my favourite man out of the Twisted series. I'm sorry, he is my favourite man. It's about a princess and a bodyguard. It's just incredible. When Twisted Games exists, love doesn't matter. I'm joking. They're both great, but Twisted Games takes top spot for me. And then I read Twisted Hate. I finished this recently, and this is the third book in the series. Again, I loved this. This was so good. These two are definitely my favorite. Out of the two, Games is just a little bit higher up there. Like, this comes a very close second though. The only thing that knocks this down a little bit for me is something that happens with the main characters. Kind of, I want to say about here is something that happens with the characters, and I'm just a bit like, don't know, like it put me off the guy in this. I don't know, like, if you guys have read this book, then you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm going to try and say it with no spoilers at all. Basically, Josh and Jules are the main characters of the book. Josh is the guy that Jules falls in love with. It's kind of like a my best friend's brother love story. However, Josh does something to Ava, and it just immediately put me off him. He kind of redeems himself a little bit after, but I just think I was like that. Like, when I was reading it, I had my mouth open. I was like, are you joking? Let me know your opinions. I still need to get Twisted Lies. I'm so excited to read that. I cannot wait. The book that I'm currently reading is actually the Chestnut series by Elsie Silver. Yeah, I know this is a series of like 5 books, and I'm not reading it in order. I want to read it in the order, but the thing is, so basically this was on offer with Reckless, which is one of the books in the series. This was on offer for £5 and I couldn't pass it up, but they didn't have any of the other books in the series, so I couldn't get the others. Because I've got these, I'm gonna read them. Yes, they're in the wrong order, I know, but let's just ignore that. This book, I've genuinely read about 3 chapters. I've not read far at all. I'm loving it so far. I find this so good. So this is Powerless. This is the 3rd or 4th book in the series, I think. Yeah, I would read it in order, but these are the only 2 that I have, so I'm just gonna read them as they are. This is really good so far. I'm really enjoying it. Okay, they were all for books. Now let's move on to fashion. I know fashion's technically not like a media thing. It is, but it isn't. Quite a few fashion pieces that I've been loving lately that I wanted to talk to you about. First one is bangles. I have been loving perfecting my stack recently. If you've noticed in some videos, I've been wearing a lot of bracelets. I love bracelets. I've really found a love for them. I used to hate them. I used to get really annoyed by them. I love a little jingle jangle on my wrist. I've also been mixing metals like gold and silver. I used to hate this idea and I was so opposed to it about 2 years ago, but now I love mixing my metals. Yeah, sorry, back to the bracelets. As you can see, I am mixing both silver and gold. Just got bangles from everywhere really. This is a Calvin Klein one. This one is a fake Cartier one, it's not real. I have an Evil Eye one from TK Maxx, and then this bracelet is from Paris. I just love layering jewelry and really going to town with jewelry. I feel like jewelry is such a nice way to accessorize and really take an outfit from 5 to a 10, and I love it. I feel so girly when I have jewelry on. Another fashion favorite is actually Cosy Island heels. Cosy Island very kindly gifted me 2 pairs of heels a couple of months ago, I want to say now, and I love them. I don't wear heels very often just because I find them quite uncomfortable and I get really bad footache and blisters. I find heels generally not very comfortable to wear. I wore Cosy Island ones on a night out the other night, and genuinely I was like, wait, these are actually so comfy, and they low-key felt a bit like socks because of how comfy they were compared to regular heels that I've tried. And I love them so much that Cosy Island have very generously gifted me 2 more pairs to show you guys. Now, I would not work with Cosy Island again if I didn't like their heels, so when they reached out to me again, I was so excited. They let me pick some shoes from their summer range, and I'm going to show them with you guys today. So I got mine in a 6.5 US, which is a 4.5 UK. So the first heel is this one. These are the minimalist ankle strap heeled sandals. I've been looking for a pair of nude heels for quite a while now, and when I saw this as an option, I immediately snatched up. One thing that I love about each style of shoe is there's lots of color options that you can select from to match your style. I feel so girly when I wear heels, so finding heels that are comfortable is just so difficult, which is why I do really love Cosy Island so much. Look at how soft this sole is. Genuinely, I have not had a heel with soft cushioning like this before. So these heels I bought for my graduation, okay? Look how uncomfy the base is. There's barely any padding. Where compared to the Cosy Island, can you see the difference in padding? The shoes are also made with a water resistant stretchy knit fabric, which means it molds to your foot without any uncomfortable pressure that you often get with your standard heel. You're telling me that I can wear this when it's raining? Like, literally it's perfect, because especially in the UK, whenever you tend to go on a night out, for me anyway, it's always raining. One element of Cosy Island that I absolutely love is the fact that they use recycled plastics to make their shoes. Yeah, I know, crazy. They're all about sustainability, and I just think that's so important, especially in today's climate. I also really love the detailing on that ankle strap as well. I think it's very subtle, but it adds a little bit extra to a staple heel. Okay, let's take a look at the second pair. So these ones are the comfy strap ankle heel sandals. Oh my God, stop. I love these. As you can see, I decided to go for two different styles, quite similar in terms of the open toe. However, when I saw these on the website as well, I had to. Here is how they look. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with the detail. So these ones are slightly different. So these have a square toe at the bottom, which I absolutely love. I think that looks so sleek, so modern, and it has a little bit of a rock vibe to it, which I really love personally. We have a fabric strap over the toe. Again, it makes it very comfortable. We have that same gorgeous, super soft padding for the arch support. We have a thicker ankle strap, which, if you guys know me, I love like chunky jewelry and stuff. And this reminded me of a chunky anklet, and I love that vibe. I absolutely love the silver buckle as well. I think that's a really cool little detail. These are my two different aesthetics. I have my girly side and I have my rock chick vibe. One thing that really caught me about this shoe is the heel. Look how cool this heel looks. I absolutely love the asymmetrical design of it. I love a little bit of a chunkier heel. Another thing I love is the difference in the toe shape, which might sound quite funny, but genuinely, I love how this one has a little elegant pointed toe. It's quite sophisticated if I want to dress up maybe for a summer dinner, or I'd wear the shape to even a wedding, where the squared off toe shape I think is definitely more the vibe for a night out, drinks with the girls, stuff like that.
Just to truly show you how versatile these heels are, I've paired them with two styles. So we have an everyday look, which is the heels with a pair of jeans. I absolutely love this combo. And we can even take it to the next level with an evening outfit. I've paired the shoes with these skirts, which I think match the vibe of the shoe, and I just love how I can wear them day and night, and regardless, it will elevate my outfit to the next level.
You guys will be pleased to know that I actually have a little discount code for you guys. So if you guys want to get your hands on some Cosy Island heels, you can use my discount code YTMW for 10% off of your order. I'll put it on the screen and also in the description box, where you can find a link to their official website and go have a browse yourself. They have so many styles and different varieties and colours, so you're going to have a blast of a time just looking through and seeing which ones take your fancy. I have both of my two vibes in each heel, and I'm very excited to style them. So yeah, link to Cosy Island's website will be in description box along with my discount code if you want to use it. So yeah, these had to make it into the media favorites. Okay, next up for the fashion favorites, we have one more item that I want to show you, and these are arm cuffs. I don't know what it is, but lately I've been obsessed with arm cuffs. I can see I've started to get a little bit of a collection now. My trip that I've got coming up, I'm definitely going to be taking these with me. I just love arm cuffs. I think they're such a jewelry piece that we forget. I just think it's so fun. Like, look, so we have a silver spiral one here. I have this one, which is kind of like a little wave. Oh my God, I love it. I imagine this with a dress or a skirt. Even wearing arm cuffs with bikinis, I think looks so nice. Like, it's just such an underrated piece of jewelry, I think. And I think we should all start wearing arm cuffs like in daily life. Most people wear these to the beach and like for fancy dinners and that. I want to wear these daily. Well, I've got this one. Oh my God, I love it. It's so pretty. And the most recent one that I got is this one. I'm obsessed. I love flowers. Oh my goodness. I mean, look at that. Come on now, look how stunning that's going to look when I'm wearing a dress. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm someone who loves ethereal things, and these just remind me of like Greek goddesses. I genuinely love arm cuffs, and I want to get so many more. Very underrated, and I think we should be paying more attention to them. Okay, next section is shows and videos. These are TV shows and YouTube videos that I've been watching lately that I'm actually really into. I say actually because with shows, it takes me such a while to get into a show. If I'm not invested within the first 2 episodes or even first episode, because this is a right side rant. Why are TV show episodes like an hour long now? One thing that I think TV shows should stick to is 30-minute episodes. Not saying that because I've got a short attention span. I kind of have a little bit, but not that bad. It's not that bad. I could sit through a whole film without going on my phone. But the whole point of TV shows is supposed to be short spurts of entertainment, right? But multiple episodes within a season. Like for example, Friends, each episode is 20 minutes long and you have about 25 episodes in one season. Something like that, you know? Why are TV shows episodes like an hour and 30 minutes long. They're like a whole movie in themselves. So it takes you, honestly, about 12 hours just to get through a season. It's crazy. I just think TV show episodes are quite long, and I wish they were shorter, because I think if I wanted to watch something longer, I would watch a movie. It's a little side rant. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. But anyway, these are my favourite shows. I'm so late to this hype. I think about like 15 years late, but you know what? Better late than never, am I right? Gossip Girl. Now, don't hate me. I started watching this in lockdown. I was so bored. I got to the episode 2 and I was just so bored. I was like, I'm not into this. And recently it came up on my recommended on Netflix. I was like, you know what? Let me just give it another go, because everyone that I know loves it. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I wasn't fully there when I was watching it the first time. Let me give it a second go. I am currently on season 2, episode 12, I want to say. But I really like it. And I'm confused why I didn't like it the first time. I think maybe I just wasn't fully present when I was watching it, so I wasn't really paying attention. Do I love the show? No, I don't love it. And I do think it is overhyped for what it is. However, I think it is very entertaining, and I'm still invested that I want to continue watching. It's a very easy watching show for me. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm very confused, because I thought Blair was supposed to be nice and she's not. So I'm very confused. Everyone said she redeems herself, like she has a lot of character development, so I'm waiting to see that. Please no spoilers in the comments, but I've managed to avoid all spoilers of this show because I never hopped on the hype to begin with. The next show I'm actually enjoying is Forever, which is on Netflix. I think it's a Netflix original, I'm not 100% sure. I've only watched one episode of it, but the episodes are about an hour long, so I have only watched one episode. However, I'm really liking the direction that it's going in at the moment. I'm not very good with describing things, so let me just read you what the show is about. This is from someone on Reddit. So it is a coming of age story about 2 teenagers, Keisha Clark and Justin Edwards, navigating their first love and the complexities of identity during high school. Now, the first episode of this show, I was hooked. Genuinely, it's such a good episode. And I've watched the first episode. I haven't watched episode 2 yet, just because I have been working. But first episode, I absolutely loved it. I thought it was so good. And I love the way it's filmed. Actors are amazing as well. I just really like the vibe of it. It's really good. Give it a chance. If you've not watched it, give it a go. Obviously, I've only watched episode 1, but I'm very excited to continue episode 2. Another show, well, documentary series on Netflix that I think is so good, and I wasn't expecting to like as much as I do, is the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders, America's Sweethearts. This is such a good documentary. I was hooked. Genuinely, it's so good. And the amount of training and expertise that these dancers have is like inspiring. And their dedication to these performances is out of this world. It is unreal how hard they work. And it's just so interesting seeing behind the scenes of how casting works, how the routines go, the pressures of it, the pros and cons. I finished season 1. I'm gonna watch season 2 very soon. Again, episodes are about 40 minutes to an hour long depending, but you're like invested and you're rooting for the girls as well. I just wish I could dance. Genuinely, I wish I could dance as well as them. And it's so funny because as I was watching it, I was like, could I do that? And then I was like, no, no, I can't do that. But yeah, it's so good. Such a good show. One is The Summer I Turned Pretty. We have season 3 coming out. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to watch Conrad Endgame. I'm sorry, I am Team Conrad. No one can change my mind. I'm set in stone Team Conrad. I have been from day dot. Yeah, so I'm very excited. And the first episode of the show comes out the day that me and Imogen are going to see Billie Eilish. So you bet we're going to be watching that in the hotel room. I know we're going to have to watch Belly and Jeremiah together for quite a lot of season 3, but if it's going to go in the same direction as the books, I'm willing to watch it. If it's Conrad Endgame, I'm willing to watch. And a YouTube video that I saw recently, which I was actually thinking in my head, like I thought this just generally as, you know, watching TikTok and seeing trends and stuff. And a YouTuber that I do tend to watch is Nicole Raffi, and she did a video recently, and this is the title of it. It is Are Labubus and Sony Angel Causing Women to Regress? And it was a really great video. I loved the information that she gave, and I liked her thoughts and like point of view, because obviously blind boxes and toy openings have become quite popular. It's become a trend, you know, everyone's getting blind boxes and stuff like that. Even if it's not Labubu or Sony Angel, it's something else. I'm a person all for like collecting what you love if it brings you joy. You know, the world isn't a very joyful place, so if there's anything that you could do in your daily life to make it a little bit happier and add a little bit more excitement, 100% I'm all for doing it. But I find it so interesting, like the psychology behind it, because I collect things, you know, everyone collects something, and I love knowing the psychology of behind collecting things. I just think it's really interesting. Yeah, it was a really great video and I really enjoyed it. Okay, now moving on to movies. I love a good movie. I have my favorite movies of all time. If you want me to do a favorite movies video, then I will happily do that. I'm just going to stick to the movies that I've watched recently or are excited to come out. A movie that I'm so excited to see is Materialists, starring Dakota Johnson, Chris Evans and Pedro Pascal. I think it's a rom-com from what I can tell. I think it's going to be a love triangle situation and I'm so here for it. I'm so excited. I can't think of a better cast. Genuinely, such good casting. Even though I've not seen the movie, I don't think the movie's out. Is the movie out? It's not in the UK anyway, but I'm so excited. I can't wait to see it. And a movie that I've seen recently and I absolutely love is We Live in Time, starring Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh. Oh my god, this movie. Oh my god, this movie is so good. And I love, like, Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh are two of my favourite actors ever. And when I heard that they were going to be in a movie together, I was immediately sad. Didn't care what the genre was. Even if it was the worst genre in the world and the worst movie in the world, I wouldn't have cared because it's Florence and Andrew. So good. And I did cry. I did cry. Many times. Many tears. Yeah, it's so good. You just got to watch it. I'm not going to say what happens in it, obviously, because, yeah, but movie, gut-wrenching. Florence Pugh and Andrew Garfield playing love interests, tick. Couldn't have asked for anything more, to be honest. Okay, and the final section is music. As we all know, music is my thing. It is my soul. It is a part of my everyday life. So I'm not going to go into like my favorite songs and that because, yeah, I know I've been slacking on my favorite songs of the week series on my shorts. I know I've been slacking. I'm sorry. It is going to come back. I've just been really busy lately and I've been overwhelmed and I don't know what to do. So yeah, but it is coming back. I've got a lot of catching up to do, that's for sure. Right, what I'm about to say may blow some of your minds, but it shouldn't do because we all should be appreciating it anyway. Benson Boone's new album, American Heart, is one of the best albums of this year. Who said that? Sorry. I genuinely am not understanding what is going on with this Benson Boone hate. Everyone on TikTok is making fun of his music and I'm like, guys, Moonbeam Ice Cream is fun. Right, is Mystical Magical my favourite song on the album? No. Is it on my playlist? No, it's not. But it's not a categorically bad song. It's just not everyone's taste. Everyone has different tastes. Everyone has different vibes. But American Heart, I listened to it. Oh my god, blew it out the water. I was like, why is this album not getting the attention it deserves? Remind me of You. Everyone who's watching this video, listen to his album. I personally think it's really great and I love it. I'm gonna stand by Benson. I love Benson Boone. I don't know why we're hating artists unnecessarily. I don't see it. I don't know why. And the final thing that I've been obsessed with for this video is Glastonbury 2025. I have never been so jealous to not be at Glastonbury than this year. We had the 1975 headlining. This was their dream as a band. This was their dream to headline Glastonbury. And not to mention, this is their first show of 2025 and probably only show. I watched it. Oh my god, such an incredible performance. So good. If you guys want to watch it, I think it's on BBC iPlayer. Their set was incredible and that is what a headliner should be. They had a conveyor belt on the stage where Matty was like singing and dancing on, and that's just such a throwback to their old era. I just loved it and I was so incredibly jealous of everyone who was there. But there was such good artists this year. We had Jade, we had Pink Panthers, we had Gracie Abrams, we had Joe. Olivia Rodrigo headlined as well. The lineup this year was absolutely insane. There were too many artists, I genuinely can't name all of them. Yeah, Glastonbury is definitely a dream to attend. Oh my gosh, such a bucket list item, such a bucket list. Would love to go to Glastonbury next year or the year after, whatever I can get. Glastonbury, if anyone's watching, I'd love to come. I'd love to be there next year or year after. Me and my parents, we all have fun. I'll create a great vlog. Glastonbury. Mwah, chef's kiss, honestly. But so there you go, guys. They were my recent media favorites. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe so you don't miss any future content from myself. Let me know in the comment section down below your favorite media moments and what you've indulged in recently that you're like, Meg, you need to get on this. Let me know any shows, movies, songs, fashion pieces that you want me to explore and I'll give it a go. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and I'll see you next time for a brand new one. Bye.